UN peacekeepers on patrol in the streets of Bujumbura, Burundi's capital. After a 6-month delay, people here will be heading to the polls in April to elect a new parliament and president. It's a moment many are dreading.
Burundians are afraid of elections. Early in 1961, the first leader of Burundi has been assassinated just after the elections. 1965, the first prime minister, who was Hutu, also assassinated just after the elections. Then, in 1993, the first elected president, Melchior Ndadaye, has been also assassinated after the elections. So you see, there is a reason for Burundians to be afraid of elections.
The last election, held in 1993, led to a 10-year civil war from which the country is only now emerging. More than 300,000 people were killed, and another million were driven into refugee camps. The vast majority of victims were poor rural people.
There have been so many killings between Tutsi, between Hutus, and they were provoked. They were the cause of politicians.
The politicians of these two ethnic groups manipulated poor villagers by exploiting their ethnic differences and then used it as poison.
Today, a peace accord has put an end to most of the fighting. Yet as thousands of Burundians return home to cast their votes, one question remains. Will the upcoming election reignite old hostilities? Sunday morning in Muhanga, a regional center in northern Burundi. This is just one of hundreds of poor rural communities working to reconcile Hutu and Tutsi through an innovative economic development program introduced by the UN agency IFAD.
Economic development is a vehicle to bring people around the same table, to make them understand that they have common concerns, they have common needs. So what we're doing is we're saying, forget about your differences, but we want you to think, what are your needs in order to become normal communities?
What people need most is opportunity. Over the last 4 years, IFAD has introduced nearly 1,000 development committees in villages across the country, putting economic decision-making power in the hands of the people themselves. In Muhanga, the Development Committee includes a balance of Hutu and Tutsi members, democratically elected from their village.
Development committees are set up to distribute aid that comes in from international donors. The advantage we have is that we live together in the village and we know who the poorest people are and who is most in need of help.
Everything is done publicly, including displaying the names of recipients. Introducing aid from the bottom up not only gives communities like Muhanga control over their own economic well-being, but has helped to reduce the power and influence of outside political interests.
The political empowerment is an additional benefit that maybe initially we did not foresee. But the political empowerment in the environment of Burundi is very important because the whole governance system has to be rebuilt, has to be reconstructed.
As Burundians brace themselves for elections, a grassroots movement that promises local empowerment and development with assistance from the international community may help keep the peace this time.